Ben Bandari, the legend, BenCo Real Estate, Highgate, $1 million listings, UAE. Welcome to Shazzy in Dubai. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you
It's
here.
not like I don't see you enough. I mean,
We see each other on a regular basis.
we have to see each other more. We don't see each other enough, even though we work together.
True. You're busy. I'm busy. We're all busy. But yeah, totally understandable. Ben, we've known each other a long time. You've been here, I think, 25 years. I've been here 31 years. When we first met, it was not in any business setting at all. We had friends of friends, and we'd see each other out a lot.
Yes.
But if there's anything that we can agree on, is that we've been here a long time and we've seen everything in Dubai.
Absolutely. And we're not going anywhere.
And we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think, with this conflict and a lot of the stuff that's coming up is, especially for me, like, why are people panicking? We've seen it before. It's understandable. We didn't have this kind of thing happen before here. And I've said it before, I think, if anything, we've realized that apart from the UAE and Dubai being great at so many things, we've also just found out that they are the best in defense as well.
Yes.
We're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. And I think that's what will make this conversation so great, because it's two people that have been here a long time. But no matter what, you are a legend in the real estate segment. You've been here a long time. You've worked with the biggest developers. You've worked with the biggest real estate companies. And recently, 3-4 years ago, you built your own company, finally. Okay. We've both been through ups and downs personally. We've both seen past crisis, the financial crisis, the liquidity crisis, the COVID crisis. We've seen it all.
Yeah. I don't think there's any crisis left. I think.
Exactly. Let's think about that. Hold on a second. What else could there be?
What could happen next? Right. No, like you said, we met back in 2000. I think it was 2000 for the first time.
Yeah.
My first visit here. I was just checking it out. Boy from Canada, Vancouver, Canada. Never been to the Middle East. Came here, was a bit different, bit of a culture shock. So I went back, said I couldn't live, and then decided to come back in 2002. Just got thrown into the real estate. And
were you doing real estate before? Was family doing real estate before? Okay,
yeah,
so it's in the genes as well, right? Okay.
Mother and father used to buy and sell real estate, used to invest into real estate. So I grew up kind of hearing it and having a knack for it. Real estate was always in the blood. And then luckily, when I came to Dubai, my boss said, okay, now you're going to start real estate. And that's when the freehold came into effect in 2002, July 2002. Yeah, so it was, I just kind of got thrown into it by luck, and I loved it. And here we are 24, 25 years later with BenCo Real Estate and $1 million listing UAE, a reality television, 2-time Emmy nominated show.
Amazing.
And we've done great. I mean, because obviously you're very close to it. You're within the company. You're an associate partner. But the company has blossomed and flourished over the last 2-3 years. From, I think, the two of us, it was just me and Jennifer when we started. And you were what number?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Right.
Number 3. Yeah.
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3. And 3 is one of my lucky numbers.
It's mine as well.
So Ben, let's get straight into it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Is Dubai still one of the best places to build wealth through real estate?
There's no better place on the planet. I believe so. 25 years of Dubai real estate, looking at all the other global markets as well. I mean, we're anywhere in the world, where is it better?
Exactly. I mean, I've said this a number of times. I say it to my clients, I say it, to friends and family. Dubai, even though I'm talking pre-conflict, was still one of the best priced big city real estate markets in the world.
Yeah, great value for money.
Great value for money, and still is.
When you compare it to other, obviously, major cities in the world, it's dirt cheap. It's good value for money.
And now I think, if anything, of course, when these kind of things happen, people are looking for value. You know, people that were sitting on the fence are off the fence now. They're looking for value. Even those people that weren't on the fence, that are seasoned investors, will try to see if they can take advantage of the situation.
Well, now's the best time to get good value for money, even better value for money.
Exactly.
Before you were getting good value, now you're getting great value for money.
Exactly.
So now's the best time to jump on the opportunity.
Right. And look, you know, we're in it every day, and I'm one of the things I'm facing. Again, I've said this before. I am busier than I've ever been because I have a lot of buyer requests, investor requests, whether people are looking for their dream home or they're looking for an investment opportunity.
Yes.
Right.
And we're seeing it come back. We're seeing viewings are going back to normal right now. I was sitting with one of the largest real estate companies in Dubai, and the head of HR, good friend, Cameron Hutchinson, he basically said, look, we've had to obviously scale down, but right now we're seeing a lot of inquiries. Inquiries are coming back to normal. So people are out there, people are looking, people are fishing, but they're looking for great deals. So transactions might be lower, but the viewings are the same.
No, absolutely. Listen, I am busy every day with viewings, for your information.
Yeah.
I know I don't report you every day. Not that I don't want to, but you know, you're busy. I don't think
everyone's busy.
I don't think I need to report to you every day. But I had a number of viewings yesterday. Budget is 10 million, pre-approved mortgage, and this is going on every day. One of the challenges that I'm seeing is that there are a big number of buyers in the market now, and it's become a buyer's market, actually. And the sellers are taking time to adjust to that because it's been a seller's market for the last 4 or 5 years, right? But although there are a huge number of requests and interest from buyers looking for great value, actually value deals or distressed deals or sellers that are highly motivated to sell are few and far between. There isn't the match yet in terms of supply versus demand. How do you think people are still waiting, right? Transaction volumes are less than before. People are still waiting to see what's going on. How long is that period going to be? And the reason I ask you this is because you've seen every cycle and you've been on the professional side of real estate for 25 years here. I was more of an investor for 10 years and more on the professional side the last 4 or 5 years. What is going to happen? How long is it going to take that this period is going to be there where people are going to say...
That's the $1 million question. I wish I had a crystal ball. But from my experience, it really, and because we've seen so many cycles and crises, it really depends on when this all ends. Right now, everything's on a pause. People are just waiting to see what happens because the ceasefire has obviously extended. So people want this to end. And once it ends and there's closure, then there's going to be an upward swing. So it's V-shaped. But right now, it's a bit of a U-shape because it's taking so long. Because of the negotiations between U.S. and Iran. But the fundamentals are still there.
The fundamentals are strong.
People are coming back. People want to live here. The lifestyle, the luxury, the security, the safety, the tax haven, everything. This place has so much to offer. So
I can tell you that in terms of standard of living, I don't think... Now, I've been here a long time. I've been here longer than I was in Australia, but I don't think I'd be able to live that kind of lifestyle.
You and I could never live anywhere else. You couldn't go back to Australia. I can go back to Canada.
Exactly.
I was dreading, literally, when all this was happening, I was sitting with one of our colleagues in the office, and he turned to me and he said, Ben, if worst case scenario, you have to go and you have to leave this country, where would you go? And I said, oh my God, please don't ask me that question. Because it's crossed my mind and I wouldn't go anywhere. And he's like, you're right. He's like, I went back to my home country. I went to Latvia. I had to drop off my daughter and I was there for 2 weeks. He's like, it was raining. The weather was depressing. The economy is horrible. The people are miserable. And he's like, I would rather sit here in Dubai in the sun with missiles and drones being intercepted rather than being in my home country. And I'm like, wow, I feel exactly the same way.
It went through my mind as well. And I honestly, people ask me, like even my father asked me, okay, so, where would we go next? And I'm like, I wouldn't go anywhere.
No.
I wouldn't go anywhere. And look, I've personally had a lot of ups and downs, as have you. This is normal in life, in business life, especially when you're entrepreneurial. You have ups and downs in businesses. And I've been through big challenges in my life here in Dubai, but I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I think, again, if you look at it, and I've said this 1,000 times, Dubai is run like a business. The UAE is run like a business. They address the issues. Recently, they've just announced today, OPEC. They're leaving OPEC.
They're leaving OPEC. Yeah. It's big news.
Big news. Big news.
Yeah.
And I think they make these decisions for the good of their economy.
Yes.
And what makes sense for them as investors, as one of the biggest investors in the world of business.
Yeah.
In multiple segments, not only oil, in AI, in so many things, and I think that's what makes. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We get along with that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
Less bureaucracy. I know you make decisions yourself. I was always making decisions myself. And that's what they do. They make decisions that's good for them. They're one of the biggest sovereign wealth funds in the world. No wonder they have the best defense, because they can pay for it. They can get the best of everything.
Yeah.
If you buy the 100 million dirham home, you will put in the top of the top surveillance system, security system, and they, if you've got the money to do it, you do it. And that's exactly what they're doing.
I think as well, the safety and the security of the people and the residences are very important for the leadership. And surprisingly, when all of this happened, Sheikh Mohammed came out and said everyone is Emirati, not everyone is the same, and everyone's safety was obviously a priority. So going through this whole crisis, and it was a bit of a setback for everyone. We didn't expect it. No one expected it. We're entrepreneurs. It hit our business hard. We were having the best months, the first quarter, we probably made, our revenue was double or triple 2 years back.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was unbelievable. We were having a record year.
Yeah.
But, it's a setback and it happened. It's unfortunate, but there's a silver lining. I think when bad things happen, there's always a good outcome.
It's an opportunity to clean house.
And as an entrepreneur, we always have to pivot. So now we're just pivoting. The leadership has pivoted, and now us as entrepreneurs, we also have to adapt and pivot, which we're doing with our business.
Tell me about that. Like, can you be?
So a lot of people are now shutting down. The smaller companies, the 3-4 man shows, people who are investing heavily in lead generation and off plan. We were always a secondary company, so we believed in a ready asset, a tangible asset where you can walk in, you can feel it, touch it, see it. More of an emotional buy, someone who wants to live there long term, raise a family. But of course, we always did off-plan purchases as well.
I mean, you attracted because I've seen it. I've seen it from when your company started. I was there at the very beginning. You've attracted some of the best agents, advisors in the market.
Fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate. And I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I've seen how amazing these agents are.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be part of that team, because the stronger the team, the more opportunities, right?
We're very blessed.
Yeah, and so I think you've attracted some of the best talent in the market, and as a result, whilst the focus was secondary, there's a lot of premium, not only premium, different areas of off-plan that have been sold now through BenCo.
Yeah.
And that's also changed your strategy a bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, off-plan we were doing because we were always cross-selling. You have someone who basically wants to sell their property, they put on the market.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're like, okay, we're looking at buying something.
What's next?
Right?
Yeah.
Off-plan. So we were always, I mean, our revenue was always about 60-40 or 50-50, even though we didn't
put a huge amount of focus on it.
We didn't put any focus on
Right,
off-plan. We never did any lead generation.
Right.
We were planning on spending and doing lead generation, but then obviously this whole crisis.
This whole thing happened. Yeah, I remember.
Now, what we as BenCo are planning on doing, obviously when all these companies are dissolving and shutting down, we are trying to hire the best. So we are expanding, actually.
Yeah.
We're doubling down.
And some of the best that you have and you're attracting are also very active in media, social media, and so on.
Yeah.
And I want to use this to sort of pivot as well, because a lot of the guys in the team are very strong on social media, and they create content, and they're doing, podcasts. And I believe, now you've built your own podcast studio within the office.
Yeah.
How important is that? And, why was it such a important mission for you to get $1 million listings franchise to the UAE? Because it came, I think it's 16, 17 years in Los Angeles, maybe 10 years in New York or something like that. And I think you were the third, right?
We were the first franchise outside of the US. Yeah.
First franchise outside of the US, but the third show.
We were the
only
third.
LA, New York?
No. So you had Miami, which was on.
That was Miami
on season 1. Yeah, San Francisco season 1.
Okay.
But those were just one seasons.
One season.
So you had four. You had four $1 million listings.
Okay.
And we were the fifth, but the first international. So
Amazing.
Outside of US.
Why was that so important?
It was massive.
And how has it changed your world?
So I obviously, being in the market since 2002, I kind of got left behind back in 2008-9 because I took about a year off, year and a half, 2 years, just catering my own clients, doing rentals and a few sales, surviving when the subprime crisis had hit Dubai hard. And then I saw some of the largest real estate companies to date set up back then. And so I thought I had missed the boat.
So you needed some kind of different.
And I saw a lot of people, some of the CEOs who were very active on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, and they had built a following. And then that following obviously helped them with recruitment and building their companies.
Yeah, the brand, right?
Their personal brand and their company brand.
Yeah.
And so, I kind of felt like, at one point I was king back from 2002 till 2008 because I was one of very few people in the market. I was probably the number one broker within the industry. Everyone had known who I was. And so I'm like, what can I do and how can I do it to propel my career? And so I was a big fan of the show. I used to watch $1 Million Listing. And I'm like, can you imagine if there was a show here in the UAE or in Dubai? And imagine if I was a cast member, that would be massive exposure. And I'm like, why not? We have some of the best properties in the world. We have the tallest building. We have the man-made islands. And so I started actually getting very serious, and I contacted NBC Universal, and then I didn't know anything about the industry. I didn't know anything about media or the business.
Right.
But obviously I learned as I went along. And then 5 years of rejection. You've heard the story 100 times. But for all the viewers who haven't, so 5 years of rejection, we sat with some of the biggest names right across the table, pitched it to them. They loved the idea, but they're like, when it came to financials or it came to basically the cost, they're like, oh, well, we don't have it in our budget.
Because it costs a lot of money to put these things together.
Costs an arm and a leg.
It's millions.
It's actually mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Millions, yes. Millions. And so, we got very fortunate. It was pre-COVID, where I decided to call His Excellency in Abu Dhabi And I pitched it to him, elevator pitch, and he said, I'm interested. What do you need? And I said, I need everything. I said,
I need everything.
I need everything. I need finance. I need properties. I need the production. I'm just a guy with a great idea. And so he laughed, and then we had a nice conversation. And then he put me in touch with his team. Met his team, and they're like, "How come this hasn't been done? How come Dubai didn't pick it up?" And I said, "You tell me." And so
But by this time, also you were very, I think, deep and let's say in bed. So by this time, you were really forged with the guys in the US, right? So people couldn't go behind you either to do this.
Yes and no.
Okay. Is this a controversial question?
It's a controversial question. It's a technical question.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had the rights, but at any point,
Anyone
anyone could take it.
Interesting.
But I had just learned the business so much, and there was no one better to pitch $1 Million Listing than me, because I was a big fan.
Okay.
And because I had 5 years of practice.
Right.
So I was literally in my sleep, I was pitching $1 Million Listings.
Right.
You know.
Nice. Well, to be honest, I only started watching $1 Million Listings New York because of you.
Okay.
You know, when we met, when you were just starting the business, and I was coming in as the number third employee of BenCo, which was BenCo at the time. I started watching it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, even though I'd been an investor in Dubai real estate for 20 years, I always had a limiting belief about me coming to the professional side, right? And when I watched $1 Million Listings, I said, this is me. I can do this, and I can do it well, and I have the connections, and I have I'm maybe talking too much about myself, but the charisma and
of course,
and
you have that big personality.
I am blessed by God for my ability to talk well and to build relationships well.
You would be a perfect character, to be honest with you, for a TV reality
but you
show.
have to pay me for that,
I don't know about $1 Million Listing. Maybe Jersey Shore, or is that?
How you doing?
No, by the way, for those who don't know Shazzy, big personality. He's got many names. Shazzy,
Presidente, Prince.
I swear, some people come to that guy. El Presidente. Shaz. I'm like, who are you talking about?
I have multiple alter egos, by the way.
Yes.
And because I have also different groups and cliques and whatever, so I have a different persona in each one.
I know.
So it's
I wonder who I'm dealing with sometimes.
Yeah. What is it called? I'm bipolar or schizophrenic.
Tripolar.
Multipolar, if that's the word. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But okay, so you got it.
I got it.
Did we get to that part, or were you still?
Yeah. So
you got it. How important has it been?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Look, everything the success of BenCo and my personal brand is all because of $1 Million Listing.
And in 2025, you were voted the #1 broker in Dubai.
UAE, not
UAE. Sorry, I keep saying Dubai.
Come on, man.
Whenever I say Dubai, ladies and gentlemen, I mean
Dubai is
UAE.
A city within UAE. UAE is the country.
I keep messing it up.
Dubai
And sometimes I retract and I say Dubai. I mean UAE. And by the way, Abu Dhabi also.
Yes.
So for me, Dubai, UAE. Let's talk about UAE.
UAE.
You became voted #1 broker in the UAE.
The UAE, correct.
I'm going to ask you a controversial question around this.
Yeah, love controversial questions.
Was there love and hate?
With who?
Within the community, within the industry.
The top 20, the people?
Let's say within the industry, where people
like... Oh, yeah. Oh, man, of course.
This is great. I agree. Or no, how come? Why not?
So I had few people congratulate.
Yeah.
Even a few people who were on the list. For example, Connor McKee, who works at Sotheby's.
Yeah.
He reached out and said, well-deserved, Ben, congratulations. And I think he was like number 5 or number 4 or number 3. He's a top broker in the market as well. My hat's off to him. But a few people obviously were salty. A few people were like, oh, why am I this number? And then other people basically reached out to Arabian Business as well and said, why am I not on the list? Okay, I need to be on the list next year. And then after that, they put me on the front cover of Arabian Business as well, which was, it was great.
Good, yeah, of course.
And no one expected that. Even I didn't expect that. So they reached out to me. And then
great photo, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was
very
like
good.
Don Corleone, mafia.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Interesting. So there was, I mean, look, the thing was, it was the first time that the magazine was doing that, right? It's the first time that it was being done.
No,
So
first time there was a real estate broker ever on the front cover of Arabian Business.
Right, but
you had the likes of Mohammed Al-Labar, Hussein
Amazing,
Sajwani.
but I'm talking about the list. That was the first time, right?
That was the first time.
And so it's going to be hard to get it 100% right, I think.
Well, I think they got it right on number one.
First, yes, of course. First 100%. I totally agree. And the thing is, what I really admire about you, Ben, is the fact that you've been through every segment of the industry, right? You've worked for the developer, you've worked for agencies, you've been a broker, you've been sales director, you've been head of sales. Please add if I've missed anything.
Yeah, I've pretty much done it all.
You've done it all, right? And so you've done it all for 25 years.
Yeah.
You've done 27 billion in sales.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think it's very well deserved,
Thank you.
But what I was more referring to, if people were calling and saying, why am I not on the list?
Yeah.
I think that's where, probably second year, third year, fourth year, it sort of develops.
Look, it's there's always someone bigger and better than you. There's always someone who's going to beat you, right? Year on year, it's obviously different. But I think what the criteria is and what they judged it on was overall. So I have 25 years of Dubai real estate experience, which not too many people can say that they have. Value of real estate, which I've sold, not too many people can say they've done that.
Correct. And on the professional side of the industry, exactly. I'm also 25 years, and I tell everyone I'm 25 years in Dubai real estate, but the first 20 years I was purely an investor.
Right.
So on the professional side, it's only 5 years. Yeah. So it's chalk and cheese. Yeah. You are much more. I've learned so much from you.
Thank you.
From different meetings, client meetings, and so on. It's experience that is the main thing.
And that's one of the differences. It's experience and tacit knowledge. So the knowledge, obviously, that I've picked up over the years, sitting with developers, sitting with the buyers, sitting with the sellers, that can't be replaced. You know what I mean? So if I lose everything today, I know tomorrow I can build it all back because of the experience. I've set up teams as well, working for developers. We put a team of 10, 15, 20, 50 people working with different developers, award-winning teams, setting sales records as well. I've taken developers from 0 sales to 350 million in a month within a matter of 3 to 6 months. So I've done it all. I've been there. I've done that. You know what I mean? Even now, like a lot of people on that list aren't entrepreneurs. They don't own companies, but they're top brokers. So I'm a top broker, plus I'm an entrepreneur, plus I'm running a business and I'm running a team. So I think, everything has been taken into consideration when judging.
Yeah. I mean, and there are also, by the way, I'm not saying that, I just want to make it clear for the audience. I'm not saying that you got to have 25 years of experience to be successful here.
Yeah.
Because we've also got people that have been here
There are people on the list that were in the business for 3 years.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I think a lot of it also comes down to luck as well, being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe in luck. I believe the harder you work, the luckier you get. Right.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then if God wants basically a golden goose to fall into your lap and they fall into your lap, then it's God sent. I don't believe it's luck.
Yeah.
I believe everything happens for a reason.
Again, coming back to the 25 years experience that you have here, and given the current situation, where would you today invest in Dubai? If you had $50 million.
$50 million.
I'm going to ask you the question for $50 million. I'm going to ask you the question for $1 million. Okay? If you had $50 million today, where would you invest? Where is the ultra luxury? Where are the high net worth individuals going to invest today with $50 million?
So if I had $50 million, I would probably invest in a parcel of land, and I'd probably start my own development.
Okay. And I think also that you would recommend them to contact you because you also have.
And I would sell the project myself.
You have a sales and marketing team.
Absolutely.
You know, and you've been involved with some very successful and interesting projects already in the past.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. So you'd advise them to buy the land, and then you tell them, okay, listen, I can do everything.
Pretty much. So we vertically integrate.
Right.
We already have everything. We have the sales and marketing. We have the BenCo studios. So we, as you know, now we have the podcast downstairs. We've got the green screen. We're doubling down on content.
Oh, you got the green screen in the
Green
end.
screen is there.
I remember.
You
I
didn't see the last.
to the conversation.
You didn't see the last video with
No.
Sheikh Mohammed in the background where I had met him, and I was on the front and I was explaining.
Oh, yeah.
That we used the green screen on that.
So your video, this is very interesting. Your video, you were eating, you were celebrating your mother's birthday at Sushi Samba,
Yes.
right? And you sent us that video in our WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Then you posted it, and then I think Love in Dubai.
And then Gaziza put it on the group and said, "Love in Dubai has picked it up."
Unbelievable. I know the Love in Dubai owner very well. I had nothing to do with it, by the way.
Richard, yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
Amazing. And it went viral.
400,000 people viewed it. And within the first day or two, I think it was 300.
And then multiple channels picked it up.
Every single channel.
Power of media. Unbelievable.
Every single
And
channel.
you
It went
said-
global. I had media outlets in Brazil.
Wow.
Just
And you said, as Sheikh Mohammed walked by, guys, look it up. You can go to Ben Bandari's Instagram. But you said, what did you say? You said,
so what?
thank
so what?
you,
So what
Sheikh
happened?
Mohammed, we love you, or something like that?
Yeah. So when we were waiting for our food, and then my mother was sitting right across from us.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, Jenny, was sitting next to me, and then I was talking with my mother, and my mother looked at me and she said, "It's Sheikh Mohammed." And I said, "What?" And she's like, "It's Sheikh Mohammed." And then and she nodded her head, and then I looked to my right, and I saw Sheikh Mohammed right next to me, like literally
Walking by.
just
Yeah.
slowly walking by.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally
He was
right,
done. He was leaving.
really next.
Yeah.
No, he was coming in.
Oh, he was coming in.
Yeah. And then I'm like, wow. And then I came to grab my camera, and I was just so nervous, and like, obviously, his back was facing towards me. So I went, and after a few minutes, I went and I saw he was sitting at the end, and they had arranged a huge table, and the whole restaurant had stopped. Like
Right.
every single server you can imagine was basically serving his table. No one in the restaurant got served for like at least like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I went and I took a picture from far. And I came and I sat, and then there was a gentleman in obviously Emirati with a kandura walking back and forth, and he was on his headpiece, and then security, right? And I said, "Excuse me, sir, do you think I would be able to take a picture with Sheikh Mohammed in private?" And he looked at me and he said, "I don't think so, but you can take a picture from far." And I said, "Okay, thank you so much." And then so I knew that he was, but he said when he leaves, you can take a picture. So I knew he was going to leave through the same way.
Right.
So I had my camera ready.
And you stayed longer. You'd already.
No, we
I'm
didn't.
joking, I'm joking.
We didn't stay longer. We weren't served, bro. We were waiting for our food. Literally. And so I told the server, I was like,
so operations.
I said, "You guys forgot about everyone else in the restaurant." And man, the food that was going by, you wouldn't believe. Like
I'm sure.
crab, lobster, like
Everything on the
I want
menu.
some of that. so then finally he got up and he started walking towards us, and he went to a table where there was a little child, and he started just basically talking to the little child and the mother, and it was just so kind, and it was so empathetic, and it was just so refreshing. And then I knew he was coming towards us, right? And so I started filming, and I didn't script it, I didn't plan it, I didn't know what to say. It just came out naturally. It came out naturally, and I said, "Thank you, Sheikh Mohammed." No, I said, "Thank you, Your Highness." And then he walked by, and then I said, "We love you, Sheikh Mohammed." And as soon as I said that, he turned, he looked at me straight in the eyes, and he said, "Shukran."
I saw that.
And then he walked by, and it was just like, it was so priceless. And it was such
I'm sure he would have felt very nice about that as well.
I mean, we all love him. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
everything he's done for
He's
us.
a phenomenal leader, and
He should be leading the world. It would be such a better place, honestly.
Good point. Very good point. Very good point. I love that. I love that. So coming back to it, what
Yeah.
we're talking about? We're talking about
50 million, 1 million, yeah.
Well, how do we get on to? How do we?
I don't know.
I don't know. $50 million.
I think you're hungry. We start talking about sushi samba.
$50 million. Where would you go? No, you said it.
So we said development, basically.
Okay.
We'd buy the land, we would construct, and then we'd do the sales and the marketing.
Okay, great.
Right.
And $1 million.
$1 million, right now, especially right now, there's great opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You could negotiate with almost every other developer in the city.
With the developers themselves.
With the developers themselves, off plan. So
they're already adjusting.
There's 20/80 payment plans. There's 30/70 payment plans.
Better payment plans.
There's post payment plans.
DLD waivers.
There's DLD
you
waivers.
Save 4%, you know.
But what I would do is I would obviously deal with the best developers. Look at the track record. Look at the quality. Quality is very important as well. On the deliverables, on what they've delivered in the past. The track record is very, very important. Also,
and you should definitely take advice from an advisor, not
I mean, who knows better than people like us? We're on the ground. We're dealing with the developers every single day. We're dealing with multiple buyers.
Yeah.
So we know. And obviously, it's the speed of the development as well. There's certain developers, I'm not going to name because I don't want to favor one over the other, but developers are, some of them, only a handful, they develop and they build so fast.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes. Yes.
And it's good. It's a good thing. Because then your asset is ready. You can get rental yield, or you can sell it and resell it for capital appreciation.
Do you think these guys will continue to build at the same pace, or do you think this situation might affect the delivery?
Definitely, it's going to affect somehow or another. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But if they do double down, and if they do keep developing at the same pace, then they're going to be winners.
Yeah. By the way, I have some clients that bought off plan,
Yep.
and the developers reached out.
Yep.
And I think this is a way to secure better their cash flow, right? But they make an offer. They're making an offer to people that have bought before to pay more up in advance and receive a further discount.
Yeah, because everyone's looking at liquidity right now. People want cash. People want money. But it's good if they can pay. And if the buyer's in a position to pay more and get more of a discount, then obviously they get more of a capital appreciation.
Okay.
Or it's a better investment opportunity. So right now, it's a great time basically to invest. Whether you have $1 million, whether you have $50 million, there's no bad time. And right now, even 3-4 months when the prices were peak, it was a good time to invest because we started the podcast saying that Dubai is good value for money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now it's great value for money.
Yeah.
Right now you can negotiate, you have bargaining power. It's a buyer's market as well, which you mentioned.
Yes.
I would also look at Abu Dhabi. I'm a big fan of Abu Dhabi. I know
because there's less supply there, right?
less
and
supply.
The population is bigger. The population growth is higher in terms of growth than Dubai.
That
limited, right?
and as well they don't they don't depend on the expat community to invest.
A lot of locals are buying.
I'm mostly Emiratis and locals. So whatever happens, whenever there's a crisis, Abu Dhabi doesn't really get affected,
Right.
because there's always demand and the supply is always low, and the market is controlled as well.
Right.
And now you have a lot of Dubai developers who have invested in Abu Dhabi,
Yeah.
such as we have, for example, Ohana has launched their project.
Yes.
Soba has just recently launched their project. I know the likes of Damak, they own land parcel over there. They will be launching projects as well. So look out for Abu Dhabi. And it's great value for money.
Yeah. Agreed. Different kind of question.
Yeah.
You've done 27 billion in sales. Can you talk about, let's say, the biggest deal you've ever done, or one of the biggest deals you've ever done, and talk us through how that went?
Yeah, so done a few 200 million, 250 land deals. In the process of doing a few more as we speak, negotiating a 1 billion deal. I don't like to speak about it because when you speak about it before it happens, it usually doesn't happen.
That's the thing. It's kind of our what's it called? It's like one of our
it's our part of our culture.
yeah,
It's,
not to talk about a deal until
yeah,
it's done.
we're superstitious like
Yeah,
this. But
superstition.
yeah,
Superstition.
yeah. So if we can roll this maybe 3 months from now, this hopefully I
Don't
can
worry,
get
we
these
can cut
deals
it
over
out.
the line.
We can cut it out.
Right.
It's like
But yeah, I mean, one of the I'm working on my biggest deal, and
nice.
the point is, and what I tell everyone as well, and I think I said it in our last sales meeting, is we've yet to do our biggest deal.
I love that. I remember I
Yeah.
was there, and I loved it. We're
Yeah.
yet to do our biggest deal.
Yeah, we're yet to do our biggest deal.
Yeah.
We don't know when it's coming. It
Nice.
can come tomorrow. It can come a week from now. It can come a year from now. Even if I do $1 billion tomorrow, I'm yet to do my biggest deal.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will aim
Could
to
be
do
2 billion.
2 billion.
True.
Right? So that's the mindset that I have. That's the mindset all winners should have. And I'm sure that's the mindset that you and everyone within our BenCo team has. Some people obviously are wired differently. You can't change the wire, but you know, it's we try to advise people within the team to basically be positive and always strive to do the best and to do their next biggest deal or the deal that is yet to come.
Great. So Ben, going back to $1 Million Listings UAE, because it's such a important part, I think, of also the success recently. And I'm looking at my phone here because I've got a question that few questions that I want to ask specifically and get it right.
Yeah.
Okay. What really happens behind the scenes of $1 Million Listing UAE that people don't see?
So what happens behind the scenes? So you have a camera crew of about 40 people.
Wow. Like
Yeah.
we didn't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So not just the camera crew, but you have, for example, the production team. You've got the story writers. You've got basically people coordinating the logistics, getting permissions for the locations. Everything needs to be approved. And then pretty much we're prepped and we know which property we're filming the next day, of course. And then we have to get the buyers and the sellers to agree to list the properties as well and to show it on camera. A lot of people, the privacy is very important. So it's a challenge trying to convince the seller, listen, can we have your TV or can we have your property on the TV show? And then all of these people are just regular, ordinary people. A lot of them obviously have never been in front of cameras. And so they get nervous and they get scared. So there's a lot of prepping beforehand, basically calming the wits and the nerves. Even for myself, even when season 1, I was petrified when I was in front of the camera. I was never been in front of the camera. I was scared. I knew I wanted to do it. I knew it was good for my business. But I remember when we started and I was in front of the green screen, when they asked me the questions, literally my whole body was shaking. My knee was going up and down and I had to hold my leg down. That's how scared I was. And then I'd have to walk off set and then come back on set. And so in season 1, there's certain scenes where I'm like, oh my God, I was so scared here. I went black and I didn't remember what I was going to say and what I was going to do. But then I look at it and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look so bad. So that's the beauty of post-production.
Yeah.
They can take anything and make it look good.
Right.
So behind the scenes, the people behind the scenes, on the coloring and the sound grading and all that, they make us look like superstars, even though we're scared and we're petrified.
Yeah.
And it looks horrible. So yeah, my hat's off to them. So behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that's been put into creating a television show like this.
Okay.
And there's so many moving parts and there's so many people that are involved.
Interesting. I didn't know. So that was that was very informative. Like I just didn't know. That was quite surprising. Okay, next one. Are the deals as real as they look, or is there more going on?
So there's more going on because they only highlight, or they have highlighted probably the success, closing the deal. There's a few, I think, properties where the sellers basically backed out.
Right.
But it's not.
But that's normal, right? It's not.
It's
like
normal.
industry.
But hopefully we are greenlit for season 3, but I think we're gonna show a little more of the nitty gritty and how the real estate industry really works, because you know how painful it gets.
Yeah.
And how many?
It's okay to show if a deal falls through. I mean,
Yeah, we've shown it. We've
Okay.
shown it, but then you don't see the insights, right? You don't see basically the other broker calling the seller and saying, no, I can get you a higher price, or don't sell with this guy. And this business can get dirty.
Right.
So we don't show any of that. But
And season 3 is greenlit. Does it mean, will you be going with the same cast, or is it open to other people joining? Telling the potential people out there.
Well, I'm executive producer and I'm cast member, so not sure, to be honest with you. That's a decision that Image Nation and Stars Play make. And then, of course, if they need any advising from me, then I'll give my 2 cents as well. But yeah, hopefully I'll be.
Can I send my CV?
Of course, yeah. Hopefully I'll still be on season 3. But look, all the deals are real, because obviously everything is registered in the Dubai Lands Department. And if we were to fake a sale, or can you imagine if another company had sold that property, then it would destroy and ruin the entire credibility of the show.
Of course.
They could say, oh, I sold that villa, and basically Bandari faked it on the show, and then that would just destroy everything. So no, all the deals are real.
Yeah.
And then if we don't have a deal, or if we don't have a transaction, then we just don't show it.
I don't know why I was surprised. Season 2, I don't know why I was surprised, but pleasantly surprised, that Aldar, especially on their Saadiyat developments, the premium stuff, and Aldar, I think, has sponsored both seasons, right? And rightly so, their stuff has been featured. But I was really surprised that they sell so fast, those premium developments.
Oh yeah.
The Mandarin Oriental and the others. I was really surprised.
Yeah. You'll be lucky to get a unit.
Unbelievable.
It's very difficult.
And who's buying those?
Everyone.
So not just locals, you've got international investors.
Mainly
because it's a beautiful part of the world, actually.
Yes.
The water is crystal blue. I went there before anything was built, but not because I was in real estate, because I was also in retail. And when they were building those first row, it starts with M. Sorry. Mamsha. When they were building Mamsha, or planning to build Mamsha, they were offering me retail space there for my
some of the best retail
business. And it was like there was nothing here. It was like oceanfront, desert. Okay, that's where that museum going. That's where that museum's going. That's where I think there's 3 museums. Right.
You have the Abu Dhabi Louvre Museum. You have the Guggenheim, which is almost built, and then you
National Museum,
the Sheikh Zayed
National
Museum.
And they're all stunning, by the way, right?
And you have the Abraham Accords, which is there as well.
Yeah, where you have the church, the synagogue, and the mosque together, which is unbelievable in itself.
It's the cultural district.
Yeah, it's amazing. But since they put in this retail, that retail has done real estate. That real estate has done phenomenal.
It's triple, quadrupled.
Amazing.
Yeah, we missed the boat on that one.
Well,
but that's why
too late.
That's why I'm saying keep your eye out on Abu Dhabi. Right now you have Yas.
Is there more space in Saadiyat? Is there more developments coming?
There is. It's very limited now because most of it has been developed, but they do have. There is land. Yes, there is land.
Great.
Yeah.
Third one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep going back to the phone. What's been the most intense or high pressure moment you've experienced filming the show?
Oh wow. So when you're in front of the camera, obviously, you're very self-conscious, and you want to look the best that you can, because then you've got millions of people who are going to see you. Yeah. So when something that unexpectedly happens, and you don't know how to react,
because it's a reality show, right?
It's a reality show.
You got to react there and then.
Absolutely, and then
not scripted.
Not scripted at all.
Not scripted at all. Yeah.
Not scripted at all. So basically, the only things that we know is where we're filming tomorrow, which properties, which location.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there's an all cast call. For example, there's an event at Damak.
Mm-hmm.
The Damak, for example, was our sponsor for season 2 as well, and and they launched the Chelsea residences, and we all had to be there. And so those are probably the most, you could say, unexpected events. And then when we're all together and then someone says something to you and you don't like it and you want to reply to them, but you can't because the cameras are there. Like I just want to grab Riyadh and like punch him in the head sometimes, but I can't.
Well, you guys are good friends, right?
We're best friends. We're very good friends. But it's a love-hate relationship. But I love the guy.
Is it really like there is that kind of competition in reality as well?
Well, there's no competition.
You are the best, right?
There's no competition. But no, Riyadh, he's a good broker. He's a good guy. And it's all fun and games. We make fun of each other. We take a piss at each other. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Yeah. He has his own company. I have my company. But sometimes, we sometimes we feel like we're one company. We do collaborate.
You work together. You collab together.
We work together.
You co-lease.
The families are very close. My wife is friends with his wife. Our children, basically, sometimes, my little daughter loves his daughter, always asking for her, and so
Nice.
it's like one family. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, probably it's when there's curveballs thrown at you and you're not expecting, like Sarah Sirhan basically showing up at an event without telling me,
Yeah.
it pisses me off. You know what I mean?
We should remind everyone, Sarah is part of the team at BenCo.
Yeah.
She's also associate partner.
Yes.
And she was also in the...
She was in season 2.
Right.
Yeah. She was also top 10. She's achieved a lot in her 3 years or 4 years as a real estate broker. And I'm proud to say that when she joined BenCo, it was a game changer for her. She had all the tools, and we've basically helped her. And she's been an asset to our company. She's been great as a leader. She's got her own team now of 10 people. And that's what good companies do. They elevate, basically.
And in this situation, we may have covered it slightly before, in this current situation where transactions are lower and whatever, are you looking to consolidate and focus with the team that you have, or are you looking to add more people?
We are probably one of the few companies that are expanding. So we're hiring good people. And as well that we could be 500 people, we could be 600-700 people, like some of the other big
But you're
brokers.
not really after volume, right?
No, everyone who's come into our company has been literally referred to us. For example, you've brought in people, you've said, this is my friend, Ben, can you sit with them? Sarah Sirhan. Everyone that basically she brought in, she's worked with before. So and then we've handpicked them as well. Some people, obviously, they fit the culture. Some people, they don't fit the culture. But we don't just hire anyone off the street and we don't say, okay, come, and bumps to the seat and let's hope for the best. No, we bring in people who we believe will do well, people who we believe have potential, and people who fit within the culture. It's more of a family. And we're 70 strong. But we will expand, and it will take time, but we just have to pick the right people. Sometimes we don't get it right. Some people fit through the cracks. Some people come and they sing a song and a dance, and they basically, they're not truthful. But, those people, they don't last. But to answer your question, we are expanding. We are looking at setting up other teams. But slowly but surely, we're not in a rush. We want to get it right.
Because I've heard you also say in the past you're open to the idea of people partnering with you under the brand and umbrella. Now, I don't know what that could look like, if it's a franchise or whatever, or partnership with you, but to open satellite offices within Dubai, outside of Dubai. Is this something?
Yeah, look, all options are on the table. Anything's possible. I am the single owner. I'm the only person on the trade license. I don't have any partners. And the good thing about that is I can make decisions very quickly. And I don't have to basically consult with anyone. And then I don't have to butt heads. Because as you know, and you've been in this business, and you've been an entrepreneur for long enough, that when you have partnerships
are not easy.
It's not easy, and you butt heads. But however, if someone is within the culture, is within the company, and they grow and they evolve, and if they want to basically step out and do their own thing, then I'm not going to let that person go. I'm going to say, okay, come, let's set up a division, or let's set up a company within the company, and let's see how it goes. And if that person wants to basically be part of the winning team and grow and expand, then we're open to it.
Great.
But if someone basically steps off the street and says, Ben, I want to partner with you, it's a definite no.
Okay. So, Ben, this has been a very interesting conversation, but I wanted to end it with one final question.
Yeah.
Where do you see, based on your long experience, where do you see the Dubai real estate market in the next 5 to 10 years? And why are you so bullish on that?
I'm extremely bullish because I've seen what's happened in the last 25 years. I've seen Dubai, Abu Dhabi, this country grow from a very small village to what it is today. A country where basically everyone from all corners of the world basically wanting to come here. When I came here back in 2002 to move for the first time, I told my friends and my group of circle that I'm moving to Dubai. And they're like, where? Where's Dubai? And I said, it's in United Arab Emirates. It's in the Middle East. So,
where?
Yeah, where, right? And so I would the first few years where I moved to Dubai, I would travel back every year to visit my family. And year on year, I would go to the gym and people would be like, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm living in Dubai now. I've moved to Dubai. I'm just here visiting. And then people would be like, oh, isn't that where those man-made islands are being built, or where? So it was becoming more and more well-known. The leadership, the government here has done such a great job to market this place. And not only market, but to actually build the dream.
Yeah, the results.
The results. It is what it is.
Proof in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. So why I'm bullish is because the proof is in the pudding. And second, this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So forget about all the noise and forget about what's happened and all these crises and what's happening right now. We will get through this and we will pass this. And so once we pass this, then it's all downhill.
Downhill in the terms of it's fast.
It's fast.
Building momentum. Quick. Downhill as in bad downhill.
No.
Good downhill.
Good downhill. Good downhill, yeah. Because uphill is hard, right?
Yeah.
So downhill
means it's like a snowball momentum.
Exactly. So we will continue that momentum which we had, and the world will come back to Dubai and the UAE because all the fundamentals are there. The safety, the security, the tax-free, no red tape when setting up a business, and golden visas. So I'm extremely bullish about this market. I'm extremely bullish about this country. And look, even now, people are moving here. The airports are full. People are coming back now.
You know, one thing, sorry to cut you off, Ben, but you mentioned golden visa.
Yeah.
But just yesterday, they announced.
You heard the news.
They just announced that there's no more
1 million.
minimum 750,000
It
property.
it was 1 million, was it? 750?
You had to buy a property worth 750,000 dirhams or above to get the 2-year visa. Okay.
Yes.
Now there's no limit. So even if you buy a 300,000 dirham studio, which is less than $100,000, you get the 2-year visa in Dubai.
All you have to do is pay 10%.
Exactly. So if it's off plan, the other part of it is that if you have joint ownership, each owner must have at least 400,000 investment.
That's it.
So they've even. This is the thing. This is what I always say. Dubai. They react. It's like a business. Dubai, UAE. I keep saying Dubai. UAE reacts.
It's the leadership.
The leadership. You know, it's a business. They react. They make a new policy, and what happens? It just opens up the doors again.
And you know, and it's good that you mentioned that. Even yesterday, my mother, who's 70 years old, who just turned 70, she came to me and she said, "Thank you." She said, "Ben, you know, even now they've just changed the law. Even someone my age can get finance and buy property."
Wow.
So that
I talked about this, I'm not sure with you or on other shows, but 1 trillion investment when this issue happened, the government decided to inject 1 trillion dirhams into the banking sector, which I personally believe that will change the mortgage. That what banks will do and will be allowed to do when it comes to mortgages.
It would be so much easier to get finance and mortgage.
Before you had to put up at least 20%. If you're a resident, maybe it goes down to 10%.
Yes.
You know, so I think these things are going to open up the floodgates again.
And it's going to be so much easier to buy property.
Exactly.
So
Ben, thank you very much. It was great to have you on Shazzy in Dubai.
Shazzy El
See you in
Presidente.
the office tomorrow. Thanks very much, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Awesome.